Great, that's a good start if they're willing to give him up to score.
Hey guys, I'm Wesley Hunsucker. I am a senior pitcher for the University of St. Francis Cougar baseball team. As you can see behind us, we're here at the Ash Center practicing only a few days away from our opening game. So hard to believe it is -5 degrees outside right now, but we do have a game here in about less than a week. So looking at about 40, 45 degree weather down in Jackson, Mississippi. So we're excited. So let's go ahead and introduce you to some of the guys, and you guys can have a better look at our baseball team from the inside. All right, so here we are with two of our other seniors. We got senior catcher Jeff Bowers and from Lime, Ohio, and senior pitcher / DH Kyle McKay from Toronto, Canada. So Jeff, I'll go with you first. So you transferring in from UNOH in Ohio. What do you like most about this team, and what are you looking most forward to about the season?
Guys in this team here are very team-oriented. They believe in each other very well, and that makes me really excited about this year, Wes.
Yeah, I agree. Couldn't have said it better myself, Jeff.
Thank you.
Kyle, so you being from Canada, I don't know how many people know that, but how do you like the Toronto Maple Leafs' chances in the Stanley Cup?
Not very good. Always a lifetime fan, but they're kind of a letdown.
You're here first. What are you most looking forward to this season, and what do you think is a challenge that we could come across, and how are we going to overcome it?
Well, I think we have a very talented team. We don't have a lot of depth, but as long as we stay mentally strong and no injuries, we should have a pretty good year.
Wow, pretty wise words from a wise man. How you doing, David?
Hey, Wesley.
So if you guys don't, I'm sure you guys know him already. This is our senior center fielder, David Yoder. Those cuts look pretty good in there, man. Is there anything you changed from the last season that you're looking forward to using this year? Or?
Not really. Just kind of get out there and play. I don't like to get too serious, think about things too much, so just get in your way. Just get out there and play, kind of.
Yeah, so David is actually the stud quarterback on our football team as well. So how has the transition been from your last season of football coming over to your last season of baseball?
Wes has been a little modest. He's a stud quarterback now. But it's a transition I've got used to, kind of. This is my 4th year doing it, so just kind of difficult not being able to go and play in the fall, play baseball in the fall at all, and kind of almost taking about 8 months off every year before I get back and get some cuts in. But it's a slow transition at the beginning of the season, but then as it goes on, it becomes a little bit easier as we face some live pitching, actually be able to get outside.
Yeah, you know? And that is really impressive that David is able to come out to the baseball field and do what he can, not being able to take cuts in the fall because of the football season. One last question I have for you. So I noticed you cut your hair there the last couple of days.
Yeah.
How do you think that's going to affect your game in a negative or positive way?
I can only assume it's going to be negative. The hair gives me extra power usually.
Yeah.
I'll have to make up for that by getting a little mustache coming up. Maybe around when conference season starts, maybe that'll give me a little more power. We'll see. But you know.
Yeah, I think I can speak for the most of the team, and we are not looking forward to the mustache coming out. All right, guys, back with you here with our head baseball coach, Coach Gregory Roberts. Brings over 25 years of coaching experience. This is his 9th season at St. Francis. So a lot of he's a big influence on a bunch of us, and he's we'd all consider him one of the best coaches in the conference for sure. So just kind of asking a couple of questions. So this year we're bringing back some of our core in the pitching staff, and I know we have some new arms coming in with the addition of Bowers and Paulus at catcher. How do you think we're looking at those positions?
I think we're in pretty good shape. You know, our starting rotation for the conference will be real strong. I think we may be just a little thin on our staff early with some of the 9-inning games and all the games bunched together. But once we get the conference, I like our starting rotation. I think we'll be okay at catcher. I think Jeff's athletic back there. He's going to hit the ball pretty well. Paulus throws the ball pretty well, and of course, Tanner was our starting catcher most of the time last year. We've got him playing first, so in an emergency, we have him behind the plate as well.
Yeah, and as we lost a lot of seniors at a big senior class last year, so I know we're going to be missing some of them defensively and some of them offensively. Definitely on the defensive side of the ball, with the addition of some of the newcomers, and with Zach Van Lanningham being eligible this year to play for us. How do you think we'll be looking on the defensive side of the ball?
I think defensively we'll probably be as good as we were a year ago, but slightly different. I think we're going to be a little stronger up the middle, probably. Pulver was a Gold Glove at third. Although I like Zach, he didn't have Pulver's mobility, and I thought Rydell was a Gold Glover for years. He just was always number 2 in the voting. So defensively, we're probably better where we should be, up the middle, and not quite as strong on the corners. Not to say our guys on the corners are bad, but they're not Gold Glove guys.
So, like I said before, we start our season here in about a week, and Coach mentioned the fact that there will be 3 9-inning games. With this being our first time going to be outside, what do you think are some of the challenges we'll be facing? Because the teams that we're playing right now have been outside, for 2-3 weeks and already have games under the belt. So what do you think is going to be the toughest challenge there?
Well, I think the toughest challenge always for us is, well, there are 3 things. 1, throwing strikes, hitting live pitching, which is certainly different than hitting in the cage, and, just getting balls live off the bat, especially balls hitting the air, which is hard to simulate inside. Since that's a turf field down there, I'm hoping we'll catch the ball pretty well on the ground with all the ground balls we've taken in here on the turf. But I think those 3 things are our biggest challenges, and they'll improve as we spend more time outside.
Okay, Coach. Well, hey, thank you for your time. It was a pleasure, and I guess we'll let you get back to coaching.
Okay. All right.
Thanks for stopping by, guys. I hope you got to know some of the baseball team a little better, get to know what we kind of do here preparing for the season. So just go ahead and then we're going to be on the road here for a month and a week, month and 2 weeks. So once we get back here, come out and support us, and we'll show you what Cougar baseball is all about.